Everyone, so I have some mint growing right here, and so I thought it would be a great inspiration for my Vietnamese style summer rolls. And we're going to show you, or fresh rolls, some people call them. But basically, we're going to do a shrimp version, and we're going to wrap them up in these, which are like rice roll wrappers, spring roll wrappers, but made out of rice. So first thing I got started first is the shrimp. So I have everything prepared. There's going to be a recipe on the blog so you can check out. But I marinated the shrimp first. So tail off, and some fish sauce, some water, some garlic, and get that marinating first. And then you can grill them, but this one I actually just did in a pan, just in case you don't have a grill out and it's getting colder like it is now. I just wanted something fresh to remind me of summer. I also have some nice herbs. So like you saw the mint before, I've got mint, basil, cilantro, romaine, just chiffonade or kind of cut julienne. You can use butterleaf lettuce. Use any kind of lettuce that you'd like. And that's going to go inside. A quick pickle, which is a great recipe for any type of pickle, but this is julienne daikon, which is a radish. There's a Japanese style, which is a little bit longer. It's Korean, which is a little shorter. You can use either one. You don't need a whole lot. Then there's cucumber. You can use hothouse. I use Persian. And some carrots. They're good for color. So basic white vinegar, sugar, salt. Bring it up to a boil. Put them in there. Shut it off. Let it sit. Okay. Then we're going to wrap them up. It's just like any kind of other culture for a burrito, some sort of wrap. We're going to start that with these. So not particularly difficult to work with, but you have to have a little bit of a know-how. It might take you a few tries. This one's got a tear in it, so I'm going to get rid of that. And sometimes they do that, but if you're going to get like a nice tight wrap, it's going to be a little difficult. So they're made of rice. You can see that. Bowl of water. This is like room temperature, so you might need to soak that for a second. And sometimes for parties we do multiple, so you have a sheet tray or a plate. You want to line it with like a damp paper towel, not too wet, but enough because they will stick. And that's not what you want, because you'll see if you work with these a little bit, they'll start to get a little tacky and then they'll stick and they'll rip apart. So that's not what you want to do either. So you just want to feel that, but just water deep enough so you can get it submerged and it'll start to soften up. And we're going to just let that sit for a second, and then I'll show you guys how to wrap one. The rice wrapper soaking in water, depends on the temperature of water, but probably like a minute, maybe a little bit longer, but you kind of have to do it by feel. So it's like flexible, but not too flexible, because you'll see if you work with these so you're gonna need a pack of these to start if you've never done this before, because you're gonna burn through them. I do too sometimes. So I got a towel under here that'll help kind of lift it. I can do this, so that kind of helps a little bit. It's damp. So we'll start with the shrimp first. Make it nice like that. I'm gonna make a long roll, so probably about 4 here. And it's hard to see because it's white on white, but we'll do that. And then line some of the nice lettuce, shredded, and some of the herbs. You got the mint, the basil, the cilantro. You want to get a nice one every bite. You can clip it a little bit with your hands and spread it around just like that. The pickled vegetable, which adds a nice acidity. And when you pickle them like this, even the quick pickle, it gives a nice little crunch, which it is. But you know, all things should be seasoned, and then it gives it that kind of flavor. But you can even smell the mint right now as I ripped it up, which is amazing. And so just in clear, like wrap fashion and form. See, the paper towel also helps it keep absorbing some of the moisture. Just kind of want to work with it. Yeah, you can be a little bit tight with it, like just like that, and make sure you get a nice tight wrap. But it is kind of delicate at times, the type of the wrapper. You want to make sure you tuck the sides just like any other wrap that you do, just so we can close the edges, just like that. Tuck that thing back in there, meaning the shrimp. Fold it over while crimping the edges. Get it nice and tight. Keep slowly. You can use this to move. I'm going to get this lettuce leaf out of the way, and then we're almost there. And there you go. You've got a wrap like that. And you can see right through, which is kind of nice and clear. I got another one done here. And then you just slide them up. I think it's easy to eat like that, because if you do cut them, they kind of spring out. So you can make small ones too. I've done them for cocktail parties, and just chop it up as well. Have a nice, really fresh wrap. And then keep the damp towel, if you want, underneath and above a little bit, just so they don't dry out, and then they'll be harder to peel. And don't stick them together, because they will adhere. So a few tips for you. Dipping sauce, or you just squeeze bottle on top, but dipping sauce for sure. Peanut sauce you can use a Vietnamese style, like nam plau with the fish sauce and lime, which is really great too. I've also done a Korean style, which I have inside with gochujang, because I'm kind of loving that flavor right now. So be creative with your dipping sauces, add a little flavor. You can do herbs too. You don't have to use that traditional style, but by all means, fill it with something else. Traditionally, they have vermicelli. I didn't do it this time, but happy rolling.